directly affects you and your life and your future. This is what's happening right now.
Right.
The crypto stuff, the crypto scene, the blockchain, that stuff is the future, and the future is now. So this is the stuff that we really need to be talking about. You know, we can talk about trivial stuff too, but
Right.
at the basis of it, we need to be focused on this, getting these digital assets. Like,
Come on now.
Got some new things, and nobody didn't believe me when I said crypto NFT Web3 was our new wave. Look at me now, look at me now.
Hey man, welcome to On the Blockchain podcast, where we're not selling you nothing, we're selling itself.
You know I got it in my bag, got it in my bag. Blockchain.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Right back at you. Blockchain podcast. Extra special guest in the building. My guy, you know what I'm saying? Maverick Bailey, an esteemed CEO, investor, author, host of his own podcast, content creator, man. Listen, I could go on and on and on. You know what I mean? But he's known for his innovative approach and groundbreaking contributions in crypto and tech and other industries, with a career spanning multiple lifetimes. I'm sure it seems like two at this time. You know what I mean? Maverick has consistently pushed the boundaries of disruptive media, earning a reputation as a visionary leader and a catalyst for change. Hello. Today, we have the privilege of delving into Maverick's insights on this digital era that we in right now. And man, please welcome me and joining Maverick Bailey to the Blockchain Show. What up, brother?
What up? Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. That was a great intro, man. You did.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know, I'm learning. I'm taking notes from you guys, man. I'm learning, man. But you know, first and foremost, like I was saying before, man, I love the work, love the work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Should I say? And man, appreciate everything you're doing in this space and that you bring it to the people, brother.
Appreciate it. Yes, it's much needed. We're in the age of information, so I'm just doing my part.
Facts. Come on, man. You're setting the pace out here in the race. Like, I want to go back though. Like, where'd you get your start at? Like, what industry did you start in, since you got your head in so many?
Yeah, I'm in a few industries. I'm in blockchain. I'm in now the creator economy. You know, I started Maverick Approach, my brand, about a year and a half ago. Real estate. I've been in real estate, luxury real estate, for about 12 years, and where I really started my business side is probably with the real estate. You know, like I said, 12 years ago, started a real estate company doing fix and flips, doing, luxury rentals, doing everything in the investor space, real estate side. And then from there, just, then I got into blockchain about 7 years ago. And I have a company called Jet Set Token, and a platform that is pretty much going to be pairing, a blockchain with real estate. Platform is called Jet Set Lux, and I love that space too, because it's the future, obviously, and it's so many layers to it, and I try to do my part to educate people, because everything comes down to education first. So I think being an educator in that space, it's fun to me. I love it. And, I think that, you got to follow what the big boys are doing, right? JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, all these guys are in, crypto and blockchain for a reason. So I'm just following what they're doing. You got to follow the money. So
I love.
And so I think that's kind of where I started. And even before that, I was in entertainment. I did, music, writing, producing, and all that stuff. Coming from LA, it's kind of like second nature. So I had a whole career in that. But so now, I'm here with the Maverick Approach, and I just did a deal with Look, which is a streaming platform. I have my own channel on there called Conspiracies TV, where I'm, have Maverick Approach, my brand, on there, and have I'll be helping to write and produce other shows on there as well for alternative news and media.
And so they're going to be having Web3 alternatives as well. Look.
Yes, correct. So they have Web3 capabilities, and they'll be implementing, all those functionalities that, blockchain has to offer. They're also accepting Jet Set tokens soon, so look out for that. So you'll be able to consume Maverick Approach content with Jet Set tokens. So a lot of great things coming up.
That's dope. That's just okay. So where do they go right now to get their Jet Set tokens, bro?
So we are listed on DexTrade. We are listed on MintMe, of course, PancakeSwap. You can get it at where else are we at? Fluge Trade. You can go to what's the other one? We're on. Oh yeah. What's the other one? Not Ramp, but Rubric. Rubric.
Oh,
We're on there.
Rubric, yeah.
Yeah, we're on there. So yeah, just you know, or just hit a Google search. You can go to our, you know, our Twitter. We can go to jetsettoken.com. You can get it directly from there. So, you know, we're trying to expand, man. We're trying to get listed hopefully on Coinbase and Gemini, all the big boys eventually soon. But yeah,
That's
so
right.
we're just growing.
No, it's happening. It's happening, man. I'm seeing it with my own eyes, you know, and that's great too. Because, but what got you necessarily started, or what made you a believer of tokenization and crypto?
Man, I seen it a long time ago because, again, coming from the real estate background,
Mhm.
it was a perfect segue going to where we are now. I seen it years ago. I'm like, being the industry I'm in, this is where it's going with the tokenization. And I seen it, you know, right now in Panama, they're fractionalizing investment properties where you can buy a piece of the property and have, you know, an ROI on it. They're doing it right now. So I had the foresight to kind of, at least just on that front, kind of see where things was going. I'm like, man, this is the future. Like, so that's what really got me into the tokenization part. And then that's why I started Jet Set, because I knew that one of the utilities, you know, in that industry is going to be real estate, along with, you know, fractionalized stocks, fractionalized investments all over the place, right? So when you like anything can be placed on the blockchain. So fractionalized, you know, investments, you know, stocks, real estate, you know, cars, anything that has, you know, real world utility.
Right.
That's really that I was super excited about that.
Nah, that's dope, man. Because you know that opens up the, you know, the spectrum, the diaspora of, you know, who can be involved. You know what I'm saying? When you be able to fractionalize it, you know, so it's like affordable to everyone, and you know it's attainable for everyone. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the thing is to be able to, you know, onboard the masses. You know what I mean, to this tech, you know what I mean, to these applications, you know what I mean, even just to the mentality, you know what I mean, so that moving forward, like we all taking advantage of, you know what I mean, this good tech, you know what I mean, because that's the point for it. That's the point of it, right? You know what I mean? You know, amplifying the people's word, like, you know.
Right, exactly. And I think that us being, you know, the retail investors, you know, it's kind of hard to play with the big boys when you're talking about, you know, dividends and, you know, these massive VCs and everything else. We can't really gather that type of capital. But now with the fractionalized investments, we can now participate in these markets to where, you know, we can, you know, Amazon stock is, you know, 2, 3, 4 grand. But now when everything's fractionalized, now we can really start to harness the power of tokenization, getting into these stocks or real estate plays or anything else, because it opens up the door for us retail investors to, you know, play in that field, you know. So that's it levels the playing field for sure. So I always tell people, this is the new industrial age right now. This is what's happening right now. You know, 100+ years ago, when the market makers for the oil and gas industry was setting their footing down, that's exactly what's happening right now. So if you're in now, congratulations.
Come on now, get in. It's just ground floor, so get in. You know, just like early days in Bitcoin. But you know, that's crazy. I was just thinking, like, it was like about 2 years ago when I was at like the crypto conference, and I think I was like in Newport Beach or something, and it was specifically for real estate. You know what I mean, agents. You know, and it was letting them know that, you know, they had to get with the curve before they get left, you know. So it's crazy how like you've seen it even ahead of the time before that, you know, man, as a visionary being in that field, you know, because even right now you got real estate agents that are selling you know, property and buildings and blocks in the metaverse.
Right. I've seen real estate agents go into the metaverse, show a complete commercial building, do a whole walkthrough,
Right.
and then actually do a deal in the metaverse. Like, it's crazy right now. I've even seen another case study where a mechanic, he had a mechanic shop in the metaverse, and he's repairing people's cars in the metaverse, and he's making over 6 figures in the metaverse. So this is where things are headed. It's crazy.
Telling you, man. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you too. Like, do you think the people are ready for where it's heading? Like, I am gonna say about to head, whether to be heading there, whether we want to or not, basically.
Exactly. I think that, if you're not ready, the industry is going to make you ready. One day you're going to look up and everything is going to be tokenized, everything's going to be digital, and you'll just be like, "Oh, I heard about it, but I didn't make a move."
Right.
So, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So that now's the time, and pay attention to what's really happening. Like, again, look up City Token Services, look up JP Morgan, look up what all these banks are doing, look up BlackRock with the ETFs, the Bitcoin ETFs. They had an Ethereum ETF just launched the other day. This is why they're deeming these assets not securities but commodities, because they already know where the money is. So you got to follow what they're doing. Do as they do, not as they say.
Facts. That's a fact. Yeah, man. Ethereum ETF, a couple of days ago, it's rare right now. They obviously got to acknowledge it and got to move forward and coordinate as well.
Yeah, and I always preach this: do your own research, and you'll find exactly what we're talking about. You can, spew off and rattle off a bunch of facts or whatever else, but until you actually look it up for yourself, you're like, damn, Wells Fargo did just do that, or BlackRock did just do that, and this is legit. Like, they have $100 million tokenized fund right now. Like, this is real life. This is happening as we speak. So don't be distracted with everything else. Follow the money, you guys, because it's happening right now.
That's right, man. In real time, stay ahead of the curve and not behind it. That's why we're having these conversations, guys and girls. Yeah, I know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, we don't want y'all to be left out. We want our people, the culture, the community, to be able to reap the rewards as well. Which is usually not the case, But so what do you think about, like, your coworkers, like, back, say 10 years ago, that was working with you in the real estate game, and they didn't really catch on with the tech or step it up with the how they needed to?
Man, it's easy to get flooded out, right? So, like, when you were looking at the media and the news, 5, 6, 7 years ago, and they were talking about crypto and blockchain, the first thing they think of is scam, scam, scam. Now the whole scene is flipped, right? Now, you have all these billionaires talking about, oh, Bitcoin is the new digital gold and all this other stuff. It's like everybody's changing their tune. And why do you think that is? They did that on purpose, right? They wanted to scare everybody out of the space, get a position, get a hold of it, and then position themselves. And now, oh, it's great. Now they already got it.
Yeah, now they love it.
Now they love it. So, so you just do your research and look at the utility. Look at, XLM, XDC, XRP. Look at these protocols and what they do and what problems they solve, right? So when you're talking about cross-border payments, global payments, and not 3 to 5 days, but 3 to 5 seconds, that changes the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Money moves at the speed of light at this time, So it's crazy. So again, just do your research, you guys, and just look up to, like, what these protocols are actually doing and what problems they're solving.
That's it, because that's what they're about, man. They tools, And what does a tool do, guys and girls? It solves a problem. You utilize it to solve a problem, to repair something, to fix something, or to tighten it up, make it better. You dig? So these are tools, man. So utilize them accordingly. Man, man, make sure that you doing your research. Do your due diligence. Go get you some mentors or some like-minded individuals that's in this space. I can give you some good game. And catch you up to speed.
Yep. And I commend you. I commend you, brother, because there's not too many people, especially that look like us, who is not only talking about this, but have a whole show dedicated to it and educating people on you know, blockchain, and even with our culture, mixing it with hip hop and everything else. If you notice, a lot of rappers now are talking about their ledgers, and you know, I just heard a bar yesterday talking about Big Sean talking about, oh, pay me in ETH and all this other stuff. It's crazy, right? So like,
that's a fact,
but I commend you for putting this on, man, because we definitely need more of it.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you know, it's needed. You know, it was needed. You know what I mean? That's why we started it. You know, it's all about connecting the dots and bridging the gap. So, you know, we staying in the gap, man. You know, just, you know, be there for the people. You know what I mean? And as well as promote the tech and show the good side of it. You know, maybe show the good and the bad. You know what I mean? It's up to y'all to make your decisions. You know what I mean? But at least be educated. You know what I mean? At least be on with some information. You dig?
Yep. Be educated. Education is first.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's something I wanted to ask you about, like the real BLOC Nation. Like, what's that about?
Yeah. So BLOC Nation is a group of myself and 2 other individuals who are heavy into blockchain and crypto. We started that about a year ago, and we have a great community. We go live on TikTok. We got a YouTube. And, you know, we talk about finance and crypto as a whole and kind of what's going on. We keep the people updated. They call us like the Breakfast Club of crypto. That's so it's 3 of us. So it's cool. So yeah, so it's a great show. And again, it's just, you know, feeding the people the knowledge about what's going on in the finance world and crypto and blockchain, because ultimately that is what affects your everyday life, right? We can worry about, you know, LeBron James and him playing with his son and all. Oh, that's cool, right? Who did this on BET Awards and all that? That's cool. But what are we talking about that directly affects you and your life and your future? This is what's happening right now. The crypto stuff, the crypto scene, the blockchain, that stuff is the future, and the future is now. So this is the stuff that we really need to be talking about. You know, we can talk about trivial stuff too, but at the basis of it, we need to be focused on this, getting these digital assets. Like,
come on now. Balance it out. We got to balance the fun out with some priorities. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Establishing our future, stabilizing us and ourselves and our family. Our family. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? And this is the way to do it. You know. And I know some people don't like me to say generational wealth, but you know, it leads to you being able to provide for generations to come, however you want to say it, you know what I mean? And looking towards that and planning towards that, you know what I mean? Especially us as people of color, ethnicity, you know what I mean? But we ain't been doing that, you know what I mean? So we aiming to make that, you know, a new code, a new statement. And yeah, man, the blockchain can help y'all guys out. You know, I think everybody that, you know, got a little bad taste in their mouth about it once they do their own education for themselves rather than mainstream media is telling them, like, you know, they pick up on something and they find something to run with it, you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, you know, because it's many lanes on this highway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you could get into NFTs, you get into AI, you could get into crypto, Bitcoin, you know, whatever it might be, get into augmented reality. You know, there's plenty of different lanes in this highway. But yeah, man, education is key, especially for our peoples, you know what I'm saying? And that content too is dope too, that, you know, because it keeps us informed. You know, we're mostly visual people, you know what I mean? So we need to see it in our face, you know what I mean, bro? So like, I want to commend you because, you know, like you've been doing a great job, you know what I mean? And just bring in like the real, you know, because some people tippy-toe around certain topics, you know what I mean? I see you dive right in, you know what I mean? So I just want to salute you for that, you know what I mean?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, with Maverick Approach, like I started that page and people really gravitated towards like the truth seeking and just telling it like how it is, man, because there's a lot of fake news out there, a lot of media that, you know, they just have a one-sided view of things and an agenda that they're pushing. So people are tired of that. They want to, you know, see what's really going on. So on Maverick Approach, I don't hold my tongue, tell like it is, and, you know, I connect the dots. And then you have some discernment whether, you know, you rock with it or not. But at the very least, I'm going to make you think about it, you know?
Exactly.
So,
I think that's beautiful, man. That approach is like, you know, a forgotten treasure, you know what I'm saying? Because that's something that we used to have in America, just, certain freedom of speeches and just being able to speak your own mind, even if it's to disagree to agree or agree to disagree, you dig? Like, it's somewhere along the lines, like, they got lost in translation and shit, but yeah, like, I know I respect it, I know a lot of people do, and it gives people just, a different angle, different perspective to look at things from, because mainstream just shoving a lot of the same thing down our throat.
Right, exactly. And you guys got to understand too that most of these media companies, if not all of them, they're all owned by the same 3 or 4 companies. So you're getting the same stuff regurgitated in different ways on a different channel, but it's the same stuff, right? So like, where else do you go to see a different perspective, or even have half the truth, right? If 5 people are telling you the same story and they all come from the same house, I don't want to hear that story. I need to hear from somebody outside. Hey, what did you see? Versus these 10 people or 5 people in the house that's coming from the same house. You guys have an agenda, so we have to have the other side.
Got to, man. Need that perspective. Need that outside, outside party to be able to just give it to us for real. You know what I mean? People decide. But I want to jump into ask you, like, what you think, is the Matrix real?
I think the Matrix is real, and not only that, the movie itself is probably the single most important movies of our lifetime, because it's still relevant today. I still go back to that movie. I was just talking about this with my brother the other day. I'm like, yo, that movie is so profound, because everything that's happening right now correlates to that movie, from the ideology to the physical part of it, how everything is not what it seems. That movie stands the test of time. But as far as the Matrix, man, you can go as far as how we're just saying with the media, all the way down to what you're feeding yourself, what you're putting in your subconscious as far as music, movies, your diet, and all these different things have frequencies, and it depends on where you're basing yourself at, right? If you're in a low vibrational state, you're going to be eating bad food, watching negative stuff all the time. So you're in that matrix, right? Until you break free and really realize, okay, I shouldn't be hanging out with these people, or shouldn't be listening to this media outlet. You have to unplug yourself. And that's what the Matrix was all about. It's about unplugging yourself. So I feel like there's many matrices, to be honest. I feel like we're in a few. They throw so much on top of us and try to keep us distracted and not really have a mind of our own, so we can unify and really take on the system. I mean, they don't want that. So I think that there's not only one, but there's several.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, it's a damn sure a different era that we're in right now. There's a lot to take in for everybody, and there's way more information out there that we could take in daily. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, just be aware, you guys, be aware of like who you're listening to, what you're doing, like just look at your everyday life. And that's another thing too. They don't want you to even do that, because they want to keep you guys tired and working all day. So you don't even have time to even have some critical thinking. That in itself is a matrix, like the 9 to 5. And people don't know this. The 9 to 5 was built by Henry Ford. Henry Ford, obviously the car maker, he created the assembly line and everything else. He created the 9 to 5 so he can maximize his cars and his bottom line. So before that, a lot of people were, farmers, independent, businessmen and women. So that in itself, again, going back to the industrial age, these people who were the market makers, we're living in their matrix today, because the 9 to 5 and everything else that they told you 150 years ago, that carries on today. We're still, and as far as America, we're still in a system that they built politically, that was built for them back then. But how is that working for us today? There's way more people. We have different you know, we have technology, we have AI, we have a whole different set of problems now. How is this political system still running, you know, from 200 years ago? How does that even work for us today?
And that's all the way down to the school systems even.
Right, exactly. The school system is an indoctrination camp because that came from Europe. They use the school system. They created the school system back in Europe during the war times to indoctrinate the kids. So the school system in itself is not even telling you the real, and it's not even really helping you. It's telling you to be a worker bee and be happy with that, and go work for somebody, and that's it. Go get in debt in college and go pay off that debt with the job and everything else. It's like, how does that help me in the long run?
Keep you in the cycle and keep you running and spinning.
Exactly. So, you know, when people are looking at like, hey, go to school and do this and this and that, it's like, I don't know. I think times are changing. People are waking up to that, and you definitely need to be educated. I think there's a big difference between going to school and being educated. You can go home and then just go to the I call it the University of YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube University, Google University. Come on, y'all.
TikTok University.
TikTok University. Everybody got their degree from there.
Yep.
You know? But that's crazy. That's crazy you say that because it's the truth, you know, man. And everything's right at your fingertips, you know.
Exactly. In the age of information, you guys.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Like, you know, it's a crazy time, man. Come on, y'all, dive in, join the conversation. Hit us down below in the comments. Make sure y'all subscribe and all that good stuff too. You know what I mean? Hit my guy Maverick up. You know what I mean? We got a lot to discuss. Like, the Matrix is real, just in case y'all didn't know. It is. But a lot of y'all stuck in your own matrix, huh? That was the game for the day. That's the game for the day. You know what I mean? We got, you know, these jewels. You know what I mean? You got to soak up this game because, you know, a lot of us stuck in our own matrix, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, it's what we going to do to get out of it, what we going to do to get past it. You know what I mean? It's all up to us. It's all up to us, man. And information is right at our fingertips. So why not? You know what I mean? What's some things you got coming up in 2024 you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I have a live podcast coming up. That's planning that right now. And so I'll be posting that on my Instagram and everything else. So you guys, again, come see me live in Las Vegas. It's going to be a good time. And so that's coming soon. And then Conspire TV, I teamed up with Look Who TV, which is a innovative streaming platform that has Web3 capabilities. And we partnered up. I'm doing, you know, I'm heading up that channel, so you'll see some Maverick Approach content on there, some exclusive content on there, along with other stuff. I'll be helping writing and producing some other shows on there too. So look out for that.
That's dope. That's dope. Spell that for the people just in case. It's gonna be down there for y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, Look Who. LOOK and then Who HU TV.
That's right, man. That's that new network, no vibes, you know what I mean? Tech era, Web3 capabilities. Hello, Web3 blockchain exclusive, you know what I mean? My guy Maverick putting y'all up on the latest and the greatest, you know what I mean? As we do, you know what I mean? But yo, let me ask you, what would be some good advice you would have for someone out there that's from any industry? They may be coming from fashion, they may be in real estate like you was, you know, music, art, like whatever it is, construction. What is some good advice for how they can start to put out some content to become a content creator in 2024?
I just say just get started. You know, you ain't got to get it right, just get it started. Because the thing is, when I started Maverick Approach, I didn't even know what it would be or how I wanted to attack it. I just started talking about things that I liked, and kind of it molded itself and kind of, you know, took a life of its own. But just get started. Turn on the camera, you know, turn on the lights, and then, you know, just get filming. Just get started. Don't overthink it. Figure out what you want to do, and then get started, and then everything else will come. So I would say that's the first step. Second step is be unique. You know, I would look at the landscape of things and then kind of have your own approach. So that's why I created the name Maverick Approach, because it's my take on how I wanted to convey my information to the audience. So have your own approach. you know? So I think that that's key, you know, be authentic and don't try to, you know, reinvent the wheel, but at the same time, be unique and make sure you're being you, because being authentic comes across very well. You know, I think that people are tired of, you know, what they see on TV, celebrities and everything else. They're watered down, and this is why they're. I feel like the creators, like the digital creators now, are the new celebrities. Like, because we're real, you know, we tell it like it is, or at least I do, and I think that that is what people want. They want to see that. They want to see you, you know, laying in your bed with the camera, talking about, you know, shooting the shit, whatever. That comes across very authentic because you can relate. You know, I'm not authenticity. I'm not in a 10-bedroom mansion being like, hey guys, you can do it too, and all this other stuff. It's like, that's a long road. Most people won't get there. So you got to figure out how to be authentic and come across that and do it in your own way. So those are my 2 points.
Organic is the way, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, the people right now, it's a different climate, you know, the people, they could tell the real, they could feel the real, you know. We just had the Kendrick and Drake situation. So, you know, that was a lot about, you know, the real and the culture or whatever. But that's the point, is like, you know, the people can tell. So be innovative, everybody. Be innovative, be creative. You know what I mean? Like, be unique, like bro said, stand out. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to reinvent nothing, but just make sure that you're being innovative and you're bringing your own approach to it. You know what I'm saying? Bro got his Maverick approach, and you're going to have your own approach. You know what I mean? And, you know, I second that, you know what I mean? Because, yeah, you know, getting started is the hardest part. You know what I mean? That's how we started this podcast. Like, you know, my God suggested it to me, and I just started it, you know. Like, I look back now, I didn't really do no homework on it. I didn't really, you know, ask too much questions. You know, I went about it, you know, how I kind of like just doing production in the music industry, and we just kept it going. And, you know, things, you know, come and it leads to other things and other opportunities. And, you know, we learn as we go. And, you know what I mean? That's the main thing. So, like, you don't have to know it all to be able to start and, you know, be able to take that chance, take that risk. So, you know, yeah, do that. And I want to bounce off what you were saying last a little minute ago. Like, this generation here, they do get it. You know, that's why, like, you got a lot of these corporations right now. They dropped the standard of having to have a college degree right now. You know what I'm saying? So this generation right now, they done stood up. They seen the issues and they stood up for it. You know what I mean? To where it's like, now you got a lot of these, you know, even Fortune 500 companies. Hey, listen, hey, they're not requiring a college diploma right now.
Yep.
And it's always been a thing too, where it's like, especially me coming out, like, experience always did mean more. You know, because the people that had that paperwork and the diplomas and whatever, they kind of, you know, there was always like something that was missing when they was asking me for something, you know, or advice or a certain way to look at things or whatever. And so it's like just that, you know, and no hate or shade or whatever, because go out there, go, you know, get your diplomas, get your degrees, whatever you got to do, but balance it out with some real life experience. You know what I'm saying?
Experience. Yep, experience is the best teacher, you know?
Yeah.
You can read about something all day, but you got to take action at some point.
Yeah. And until you take a loss, you ain't no boss. Until you take a loss, you don't really not really even learning no real lessons. You know what I'm saying? Because those are the most important lessons to learn. You know what I mean? Taking a loss, a L, or, you know, just failure, be able to come back bigger and stronger and better. You know what I mean? But before we get out of here, I just want to ask you, man, how does it feel to be an author, man, and be able to, you know, publish some books and get the word out there, like on that note, on printed version?
Oh man, it feels great, man. I think that, you know, putting out the information in various different ways is very key. So I can create content, I can, you know, put it on X, I can put it on Instagram and everything else, but also put it in a book in, you know, digital form, physical form. I just want the word out as much as possible. So, you know, I'm just trying to expand my horizons by being an author. I put out a book on crypto for beginners. Also, I put another book out for, you know, for Survivor, you know, just basic stuff. If everything goes to shit, you know, because we be in crazy blackouts and everything else, what are you going to do? Like, you can
See
you
that
can
Microsoft outage, like
yeah,
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 and
it's
it
crazy.
wasn't like too impactful, but it was impactful enough to let us know, hey, listen, take this shit
Yeah,
for a joke if you want.
yeah. It showed you how fragile the whole system is. That was a global outage. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Global.
had planes, trains, ATMs, everything down. So that showed you like, okay, well, if something like that happens times 3, like we're in trouble. So what are you gonna do? How are you gonna get out? Where are you gonna get your food? You know, do you need ammunition? Do you need gas? Do you need all these different things? So I put out a book, um, a survival guide on basic things. So that's also out there as well. So you can go to mavericapproach.com on there, and then also you can go to Amazon for my crypto book. It's called Crypto Unlocked.
That's right, man. Come on, go support the black man, my brother. You know what I mean? Doing his thing, keeping you guys and girls informed, and entertaining y'all motherfuckers too. How about that?
We got to do that. We got to do
Yeah, I
that. We do
mean,
that
'cause
the
this is
best.
what
So
we do, man.
that's what
Come
we do.
on, man. You know what I
You
mean?
got to
So,
add some flavor to it.
yeah, man, we keep the balance over here, education with the entertainment, you dig? So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Why not? Why not, man? Like, yeah, my brother, I appreciate your time, man. It was a blessing, you know what I mean? And I mean, first of many to come, you know what I mean? Gotta do this again, you know what I mean? Before we get out of here, what's your social media?
Yes, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. You can go to Instagram, and it's Maverick Approach on Instagram. Also, I'm on X or Twitter. It's Mav Approach, MAVE Approach. Go to maverickapproach.com. Also, I have a text opt-in as well. So you can text Mav, MAV, to 26786. And anytime I go live, any new content, anything I got going on, I'll text you guys first. So text MAV, MAV, to 26786.
Come on now. Tap in, show love, show support. You know what I mean? We over here changing the narrative one day at a time, one person at a time. This is what we do, man, from the block to the blockchain. Got my guy Maverick Bailey, icon, living legend in the building, out here setting the pace in this tech world, you know what I mean? And combining industries, because this is what we do, man. Until next time on G on the blockchain, man, we love you guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment. All right? Peace.